President Moon Jae-in has personally apologized to the families of the victims of the Sewol-ho ferry disaster that rattled the nation back in 2014. Already, it's been over 3 years when the ferry capsized and took hundreds of lives, and the then ruling Park Geun-hye administration had been under intense scrutiny for its miserable failure to prevent, rescue, and console those affected by the tragedy. Our Hwang Hojun shares us that emotional scene from the top office.
It's been 3 years and 4 months since the sinking of the Sewol-ho ferry, one of the nation's worst maritime accidents that claimed the lives of 309 people, most of them high school students. And on Wednesday, the reception hall of the presidential office of Cheongwadae welcomed more than 200 family members of the victims, all dressed in yellow in remembrance of the incident. They met with President Moon Jae-in, who offered his most sincere apologies.
분명한 것은 그 원인이 무엇이든 정부는 참사를 막아내지 못했다는 것입니다. 늦었지만 정부를 대표해서 머리 숙여 사과와 위로의 말씀을 드립니다.
He also underscored the importance of finding the truth behind the disaster to make sure such accident would never happen again.
그 원인이 무엇인지, 정부는 사고 후 대응에 왜 그렇게 무능하고 무책임했던 것인지, 그 많은 아이들이 죽어가는 동안 청와대는 뭘 하고 있었던 것인지, 너무나 당연한 진상규명을 왜 그렇게 회피하고 외면했던 것인지, 인양에 그렇게 많은 시간이 걸린 이유는 무엇인지 국민들은 지금도 잘 알지 못합니다.
According to the Blue House, the president stressed the government's will to work hard along with the National Assembly to shed some light on those unresolved questions.
President Moon said a second Sewol Special Investigation Commission, which will have legal authority, will be more effective than the government itself. It will also signify the continuation of the legacy of the first Special Commission. He said he trusts the special law will get parliamentary approval.
One of the parents of the victims said just meeting with the president and having an opportunity to have his voice heard was a great consolation. President Moon said he'd initially wanted to invite the families once all the missing passengers were recovered, but asked them to come while the search is still going on. He pledged the government will do everything it can to ensure the remains of the 5 passengers still missing are returned to their families. Hwang Hojun, Arirang News.